Hey everyone, what's up? I'm back with another trucking vlog, I guess. Right now we're heading up to Stockton. As you can tell, it's pretty early in the morning. It's exactly 6:08 right now. I've been driving since about 4 o'clock, but of course, you know, at 4 a.m. it's a little bit too dark to actually record any video, you know, unless you guys don't want to see anything. But yeah, right now we're heading up to Stockton to go pick up a load of fertilizer. So this shouldn't be too bad. It should be a pretty easy run. Yeah, it's just gonna kind of be like a little bit chaotic today because we got 8 trucks going up there. So I left the yard. I got out of the yard as quick as I could because I wanted to be the first truck up there. I didn't want to have to wait in line behind 8 other trucks. That's just from our company, and then however many trucks, you know, they got from different companies that are coming in. So I didn't want to be waiting in that big old line, so I said screw it, and I left our yard pretty early. Like I said, I left at 4, and we're taking this load down to Woodlake, California, which is literally right down the street from where I live. So it's a pretty good little run. Ooh, it's a pretty good little run. I think it's going to be an easy day today. I really do. You know, it's only a Wednesday, so you know anything can happen. But like I said, I'm pretty much 100% sure it's going to be an easy day. Yeah, we're not too far from Stockton right now, so I don't know. I think we're about 45 minutes away because I'm still on the I-5. I still have to get on the let's try to scoot over a little bit for that guy. Sorry, truck. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't get over because there's another truck that's well, looks like a Sprinter van that's like right in my not in my blind spot, but he's right up against the back of my trailer, so I couldn't just cut on over. But oh yeah, look at the view. Oh, that's a good view. But no, so wait, the moon's still out. Sorry, I have the attention span of a gnat. I have the attention span of a squirrel. But yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna be the first truck in there, so I'm pretty sure that I'll just be able to go in, get loaded, and get the heck out of there. I'm going to the port of Stockton though, so for it being a port, I'm pretty sure that I can't record in there, like wear my GoPro. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I might just kind of have to skip the loading process for, you know, this one time. Sorry, I'm really gassy right now. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to skip the loading process. We'll see. I don't know yet. Yeah, now we're almost down to the part of the 5 that kind of curves to the right and goes into Stockton. Well, it goes through like French Camp and all that stuff, and then it gets into Stockton. But I don't know. One thing that I've actually started doing recently, I started working out. It's kind of weird. Honestly, just because I just want to better myself. You know what I mean? I want to be a better person. You know, look better, feel better, all that good stuff. So I started out, and I will admit I'm 280 pounds, so I'm a pretty big boy. But I don't know, maybe I'll get a summer bod. I don't know. But yeah, so I've started working out, and then you know we're kind of dealing with some stuff at the company that I'm at. You know, it's kind of rough times for everyone, especially in the trucking industry. It's really rough times. And then also considering us that we're ag, you know, so it's kind of going hectic. Like everyone's kind of running everywhere, and we're doing a bunch of different crazy things. But oh well, you know, it's not that bad. But it still could be worse. But all I know is that I'm good where I'm at. But yeah, I don't know. You know, one thing that actually did happen recently, on March 5th, which March 5th was, it would have been a year, it was a year since me and my ex-girlfriend broke up. Not just that, on March 5th at about 11:30 p.m. my grandfather passed away. So I don't know, this video I guess it's dedicated to you, Papa Bear. Mr. John Mazet. He passed away peacefully in his sleep at 11:30 a.m. You know, it was during the daytime, but yeah. So that's been kind of hard for us, you know, especially since he lived in this. You know, he lived with us, and just not hearing him moving around the house or going into his room to talk to him, or you know, listening to his TV blaring because he had to wear hearing aids. But I don't know, it's definitely a hard thing to adjust. It's a hard thing to adjust to, and as I said, we all haven't completely gotten used to it, and we won't for a very long time. It's March 8th right now, and it's, you know, I mean, it's still it's hard. It's definitely pretty hard for us to kind of wrap our heads around. So I haven't had the greatest week, you know, especially I can't stop thinking about her, and then all that stuff that happened with my grandpa. So, you know, I don't want to say it is what it is, but life happens. You know, you always gotta be prepared for life to beat you down, but you gotta bounce up twice as hard. You know, and I guess that's why I enjoy doing what I do, is because whenever life beats me down, and for example, this past year has been really hard for me. Like I said, my girlfriend breaking up with me, and I still really do love her. I love her with all my heart. You know, it was my fault that long story short, I did a lot of really stupid, you know, jealous, over-controlling, overbearing, you know, shit to her, and I feel so fucking bad over it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I regret every decision that I made that led up to that. I still love her a lot. And then, you know, once we broke up, I went through a lot of alcoholism problems. I was getting blackout drunk every night, hoping that would cure my problems, but it didn't. And then now, now of course I've kind of stopped drinking. Like, I'll go out and have one or two with my buddy Diego on a Saturday night, but I don't get blackout drunk anymore. And then, like I said, just a few days ago, my grandpa passing away. And he's really one of the driving factors of why I got into trucking, if that makes sense. He was there for everything, ever since my childhood. And I don't know how to describe it. He was just... There's no words to describe what it's like losing a grandpa. I just really don't know. But I'm sorry to kind of make this little vlog a little bit depressing, but it's life. It's what I'm going through right now. I can't change it. All I can do is keep pushing forward and don't lose sight. And a little bit of an update, actually. A little bit of an update. I know in my last vlog I was talking about how I kind of want to become an owner-operator. And I know a lot of people would disagree with that. They'd say, oh no, that's a bad idea, especially in this time. Well, you know, I thought everything through, ran a bunch of numbers and everything like that, and the funny part is that I have a 2-car hauler trailer. Usually we use it to haul our Can-Ams and stuff like that, but I got a 2-car hauler trailer, and I got a Duramax with a gooseneck. And I was thinking, you know what, I might start hot-shotting, so I went around today. I've already started my LLC, but I went around today and I started talking to some of the car dealerships that are local to me around town and around the other town, around, you know, Visalia, Farmersville, where I live, you know, Exeter, a bunch of those kind of car dealerships. I went around talking to them, and I asked them, hey, you know, how do you guys get your cars transported, you know? And they usually contact outside, you know, they use a dispatch service, kind of like a central dispatch or whatever it's called, central dispatch, or they use a freight brokering service. And you know, we kind of went and shot around some numbers, and I'm gonna apply for my CA and USDOT numbers tonight, and then get some commercial vehicle insurance, and then it looks like that's going to be a side hustle for now. You know, whenever I'm not working here, it's going to be a side hustle, because they mainly I know 3 of the car dealerships in Farmersville, they all ship cars on the weekends, like from the different auctions and the different other dealerships wherever they buy cars from. They always ship them in the weekends, so that's good for me. And hell, you know, maybe it takes off. Maybe I can start my own business. And I'm pretty excited for that. But oh well, we'll see what happens. But I'll get back with you guys once we get a little bit closer to Stockton. I don't want to be boring the hell out of you guys with this long ass drive. Man, I wish there wasn't so much glare on my GoPro camera that you guys could see this, but that's actually really freaking cool. So the sun is coming up and it's breaking through like a little tiny sliver in the clouds, and looks like we're getting a little bit of rain over here. Not too much, but just a little bit. We're getting just a little bit of rain here in Stockton, and I don't know if it's going to be raining hard by the time I get to the port or not. But sorry, Lathrop, close enough, right? But I don't know if it's going to be raining hard by the time I get to the port, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. No, it's actually I had to take a little bit of a detour because well, quote unquote, take the wrong exit. Well, I had to take the long way over to Navy Drive because of but yeah, apparently the 4 East is closed. So that's absolutely lovely, but well, so what? Which way do I have to go? Make sure I have enough room to clear this guy. All right. Sorry, I'm kind of lost because I never go this way, and I haven't gone this way in almost a year. So I'm just kind of like, oh no, what do I do? It sounds stupid, but it happens. Like, you know, if you don't go somewhere for a very long time and then you go back over there, it's kind of like a I don't want to say a shock, but it's just like you kind of forget where you're going. You forget what you're doing. I'm not gonna lie, but it looks like we made it on time because we only got about sorry for the burp. Well, we only got about 5 minutes until we get to where we got to load, and they wanted me there by 7, and I'm going to be there at about 6:50. So, hell, hey, at least that's pretty good. But no, yeah, I'm going to be going through the port of Stockton though. So I do know that I am not allowed to film I'm not allowed to film like any of the port security. I can't film the checkpoint. I can't film any of that. I know that is completely, like, the port does not allow that. So, you know, I don't know what I can and can't film. We have to go through a port police checkpoint, so I'm just gonna ask the guy, like, hey, can I film, like, you know, I'm kind of making a trucking vlog. Can I film in here? And I don't know what he'll say, but if you guys see video from inside of the port, then obviously he said yeah. But if you guys don't, that's why. And sorry if you kind of hear the like some banging coming from the back of my cab. I had to hang my hydraulic lines up on the back of the cab because my D-ring broke. My D-ring that holds the hydraulic lines up, it actually broke literally right before I left the yard. So I had to kind of get creative, and I had to commandeer another D-ring because, you know, when I left, because our shop, the shop for my company, they don't open until 7. So I had to commandeer a D-ring off of one of our spare trucks, and of course I texted my boss and told him what I was doing. But I had to commandeer another D-ring off of one of the other trucks, and then use some bungee cables to make sure that it was tight. But oh well. Hey, at least I'm getting the truck down the road, and I'm I was able to make it over here while still having the all the air lines, glad hand, well, of course the air lines, the electrical cable, and all the hydraulic hoses held up properly, so that they're not all, a big mess all over the catwalk and get a giant DOT ticket for it. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so right up here is the Port of Stockton. Like I said, I can't film any of the entrance and stuff like that, but if you guys see video from inside of the Port of Stockton, I'll let you guys know what happens. Alrighty. So, as you guys can see, I've actually gotten permission from the Stockton Port Police. I asked the port police officer that was checking my ID and stuff, and I asked him, hey, are we allowed to record back here? And he goes, yeah, it's fine as long as I'm not recording any of the sensitive stuff, like where I'm going. All this stuff is no TWIC required, because we're not going into the actual transportation terminals and stuff like that. But yeah, he was telling me that yeah, as long as I'm not recording like any of the security measures that they're taking, as long as I'm not recording like where cameras are, or like vehicle inspections and stuff like that, as long as I'm not recording any of that stuff, he said I should be all good. And so I told him okay. I appreciated his time, for just kind of explaining that to me for a quick little second. Let me just make sure you guys are centered. All right. But yeah, it looks like it's starting to sprinkle pretty good here in the port, in the good old Port of Stockton. So I'm gonna go up to where we're getting loaded at, so that I can at least try. We can at least try to get loaded. I know that they have a place indoors for us to load too, but I don't know if we're going to be loading indoors or outdoors. So this is going to be interesting because like I said, we got dry bulk trucks, so I don't know how they're going to load us outdoors. But oh well. Let me make sure I clear that curb. But yeah, today should be at least a little bit interesting. We weren't expecting any rain here in Stockton, but apparently they got it, so oh well. Alrighty guys, I'm pulling up here to Gavilon. Let's see what they say, because like I said, we got to get loaded outdoors or indoors, depending if they have the indoor bay open. But let's see what they say. I got to go in and give them my information anyway, so here, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Oh God, yes. So they will be loading me inside in the building next door, which is a huge like relief off my chest, because if they didn't want to, if they were not going to load bulk trucks at all, since it's raining, that means that I would have driven out here for nothing. And granted, I don't get paid by the load, I get paid by the hour, but still, it's like, come on, you know what I mean? I'm driving all the way out here just for them to tell you to go home. Because, like I said, it took me from 4 a.m. to 7 to get over here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's about a 3-hour drive. So it's like, I'd rather not go back empty-handed, but sometimes that kind of stuff happens. But yeah, so we've got to go next door, and this is a building right here next door. It's pretty cool. You actually get to drive into it. And these are old warehouses from World War II, actually. And the Port of Stockton is where they used to ship out a lot of the stuff that was used during wartime. But now they just ship urea out of it, I guess. Well, not just urea, of course. There's a bunch of different stuff that comes out of the Port of Stockton, but That's what we pick up mostly is urea. Okay. Gotta make this turn extra wide. Oh, come on, make it. Okay, tractor made it. I don't know if, I highly doubt that the trailer's gonna make it at this angle. Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. Okay, yeah, trailer will make it. Oh. How do I look on that side? Oh, it's gonna be extremely close on this side. The truck's hopping because I left it in a lower gear. I shouldn't have done that. Pull the trailer away from this wall. And there we go. We are in. So like I said, these are old warehouses from World War II, and like I said, I think it's pretty freaking cool that I get to drive through here. But I gotta make sure not to hit any of these doors. Yeah, my antenna smacks the ceiling, but that's okay. So I've got to get out and untarp this dang trailer now. I made sure it was nice and tarped up before I came over here. But oh well. Alright. Hold on. Let me just get out and untarp this trailer. Alrighty. So now right now he's loading me up with the urea. This stuff is, when I went out to go tarp that trailer, it was actually incredibly hard to walk on this stuff because it's like, imagine they're like the size of those airsoft, the 6mm airsoft BB. And yeah, it's tough to walk on this stuff. It feels like you're walking on just straight ice. Even driving through it, it feels like you're driving through straight ice. Ay. But oh well, at least I'm getting loaded now. But it should be a relatively easy day. Like I said, we just got a little bit of rain, added a couple of complications for us, but hey, we'll make it. We'll make our way through it, and we'll get this load done. Because yeah, I like driving up here, but it's like whenever I do these loads, I want to get them done as quick as I can because I don't know if it could go south at any moment, if that makes sense. So, oh well, let's just get it done as fast as we can. Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm not on the 5 anymore. I'm actually going through Visalia, California right now. Sorry for the technical difficulties. My camera battery died and I'm almost out of SD card memory, so pretty much I forgot to take a bunch of the old clips that I have off of it, so I'm just like, it's frustrating trying to record a vlog. Yeah, even if I'm just doing it with crappy quality cameras like this, but we're getting pretty close. We're about 15 miles away from Woodlake, because Visalia is the town that's right next to where I live. I live in a small town called Farmersville, so Woodlake is just on the other side of Farmersville. So, well, it's on the other side of Exeter, which is just on the other side of Farmersville. Hard to explain, but they're not that far apart. So yeah, we're passing Mooney Boulevard right now, so we're about halfway through Exeter. I just had to let my my camera charge, yeah, just so I can get some video. But I don't know if you guys can tell, I went through a swarm of bees and I am out of washer fluid. Because there's a part on the 198 where it goes through, from the 269 all the way out to until it hits Lemoore Naval Air Station. And right now they just have beehives set up all along the side of the highway. So I was using my my washers pretty much constantly, and I ran out of washer fluid, so I didn't want to smear it. I didn't want to smear the bees everywhere, all over my windshield. So, oh well. Yeah, right now we're just going over Lover's Lane. We're going to be getting off at the next, not the next exit, but the first stoplight before you actually start heading into Exeter. But yeah, this part of the 198's all screwed up. I drive this highway every day to get to work, but oh, sorry, excuse me. Well, what I was saying is that like I said, today was an easy day though. I'm actually surprised. Hey, watch, as soon as I get out there, it's going to be absolute chaos. But it was a pretty easy day today. And it, wasn't bad. It was nice, relaxed, you know, everything like that. So who knows? I'm pretty sure it's going to be an easy drop off. It's going to BWC. So BWC is Buttonwillow Warehousing Corporation. So, oh look, they're building new homes here. Yeah, BWC is Buttonwillow Warehousing Corporation. So they got a fresh, like I think 3 loads of urea that are coming in today. And so should be pretty easy. I know that one of our other trucks has a K-Mag or SOP, one of the two in there, but I don't know. You guys will see when I get there. It's a nice big open lot, and you can just straight back right up into the bunkers where you need to go, and it's awesome over there. So yeah, let's see. Fun fact about Farmersville Boulevard is that someone hit the bridge with a semi. Well, they hit the bridge with an excavator that was on the semi. So now our overpass into Farmersville has actually been closed for almost a month and a half now. But yeah, it's been absolutely chaotic trying to get out of town. Because like I said, we're a small little town, so there's only like, what, 2 ways out of town. There's either you take Walnut, Caldwell, or right here. But Walnut and Caldwell bring you to right here. This is how you can get on the freeway from the outskirts. And then Farmersville Boulevard, which is that exit that I'm going right on. I'm gonna be going right under right now. The overpass is closed because, as I said, someone smacked it with an excavator. So I don't know. I guess that's to teach you guys something. You know, if you don't know if you're gonna fit, or you know, you don't know how wide your load is, don't hit a bridge with it. Just play it safe. You know, because if you hit a bridge, you're gonna have stuff like this happen. So I'm pretty sure that the people who hit it are gonna have to pay either out of pocket or use their insurance in order to pay for that. I don't know exactly where the excavator hit the bridge. I know it was coming this way. It was going westbound. I'm going eastbound. So here's welcome to Farmersville. That's like our only place to get fast food. But oh yeah, you can see it right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a big tear out of the bridge. So you know, that's lovely. So yeah, they pretty much, because of one truck driver's kind of dumb mistake, they've left us without a bridge for God knows how long. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where someone should have been paying a little bit more attention to what they were doing. If they were hauling oversized, like I think that bridge on that side, I think it's like 15.1 or so. It's something. It's well over. No, sorry. I think it's like 15.6. So you know, if you're 13.6 or over, you know, you really gotta kind of watch out to what you're going under. You know, if you're in a dry van, that's really no big deal. But if you got, like, say, an oversized load, such as like that excavator or something else in there like that, you really, really got to watch where you're going. Or if not, you're going to end up smacking a bridge like that, and then you're leaving an entire town without a bridge for months. You know, and they don't even have an estimated time on when they're gonna fix or repair that bridge. So that's fun. It adds like another 30 minutes to get to work every day. But oh well. That's why you gotta be early. The early bird gets to beat the traffic. The mountains right now. The mountains look absolutely beautiful. If you keep following Highway 198 down, it's gonna take you to a little place called Three Rivers. And I haven't been up there in a little over a year. Because last time I went up there was with my ex. But yeah, I was about to say, Three Rivers is definitely a very beautiful place to go. You know, there's a lot to do up there too. So I don't know. I think I might go up there again. Just take a little day trip by myself or something like that. But oh well. So right now we're going to be making the left-hand turn, and we're going to be heading towards Wood Lake. But you know, first we got to follow along some back roads, because fun fact, they're replacing the bridge here in Wood Lake, Because usually to get directly to Wood Lake, you would have to go over this overpass, and there's another red light at the, there's another stoplight at the end of the overpass, and usually you get that, hook a left, and it takes you straight to Wood Lake. But since they're replacing the bridge that goes to Wood Lake, everyone has to go around this way. So, I don't know, I guess California is just full of, you know, traffic do this, traffic do that, you know, can't go this way, can't go here. You know, we got some of the most complex infrastructure in the US for roadways, and we can't even use like 80% of it, but oh well, you know, I'm just a taxpayer. I just pay taxes to watch my money go into the roads and nothing happen, if that makes sense. I don't know, I guess that's where my grievance comes from. Alrighty. So let's just make this left-hand turn in here. Alrighty, perfection. But yeah, so it's pretty cool about the side of the valley that I live on, because I live on the eastern side of the valley, and it's all citrus here. Citrus is the name of the game. It's kind of funny, on the west side of the valley, it's all like nuts. So it's like walnuts, almonds, pistachios, pecans, you know, stuff like that. But on the west side, on the east side of the valley, it's all citrus. So as you can tell, I'm surrounded by orange trees. That's all you'll find on this side of the valley, is just all orange trees, lemons, limes, pretty much anything, you know, anything like that. And you also see a lot of grapes out here, but grapes is more of South Valley, if that makes sense. So like the Delano Bakersfield area, like that's where most of our grapes come from. And it's kind of cool. It's really cool. You know, I don't, living in a place, I don't want to say famous, but you know, when you think of a California orange, or you think of California grapes, you know, or pistachios, or, you know, hell, even cotton. We have a lot of cotton that grows out on the west side of the valley. Or like, you know, you hear like Napa Valley wine. And just knowing that I've hauled citrus, I've hauled wine grapes, I've hauled pistachios, almonds, walnuts, I've hauled, you know, I've hauled pretty much every agricultural commodity there is out here in the valley. And just knowing that, like, whenever someone, you know, whenever you go, for example, I went to New Jersey to go see a family member that I had never met before, and it was pretty cool seeing, like, going into the grocery store and seeing like California citrus, and, you know, being like, hey, I might have hauled that. Not you know, not saying that, oh, I hauled all of the citrus, you know, no, but it's like, hey, I might, you know, that orange that's sitting right there, that might have came off of my truck. You know, you never know. You never know what it could be like. You never know what, you know, what it's for. Also, you know, a lot of the orange juices come from here in California too, from a place called Ventura Coastal. And I hauled a lot of citrus and a lot of orange pulp out of Ventura Coastal as well. And oh, look, cows. That's another thing that we got a lot of here in the valley, is cows. We got cows everywhere. You know, it's kind of funny looking out at the landscape and seeing it all green, and it's really beautiful to look at right now. But during the summertime, all this turns brown just because of how high the heat gets here. So in the wintertime, like here at night, it could get into the 20s, or even, you know, the teens at night here. And then as soon as it gets to summertime, you know, we go from, it's kind of weird, California's bipolar when it comes to the weather, especially the Central Valley. It could go from raining and 25 degrees one day. Hell, we've gotten snow here in the valley, you know, just last week. And it could go from snowing to 110 degrees with you know, with zero cloud cover in like 2 days. It's, like I said, California is just really bipolar with its weather. You know, I love living here, but it's just like, dang, give us a break. but also wildfire season is going to be crazy this year. You know, of course, most of you guys know about the California wildfires that we're famous for having, because what happens is that now that everything's all green and pretty, sorry if it's hard to hear me, this road is all jacked up, all kinds of jacked up freeways of Sunday. But all this grass starts growing everywhere, and you know, everything gets nice and watered, and you know, grass starts growing, it gets nice and tall, and then in the summer it dries out. Now once it dries out, it makes perfect wildfire fuel. So if you live here, remember to cut your grass before wildfire season starts, because once wildfire season starts, it gets pretty crazy over here. Yeah, I always think that this little road right here is pretty fun, because you got to make a right turn, then you pretty much immediately got to make a left turn, which it sucks, but oh well. And then what you call it? Look, are you turning right? All right, I'm gonna go. You ain't got nobody behind you. All right, now let's make a left turn right here. But yeah, so we got to make a right and then an immediate left turn. I don't know. There's a lot of roads that are like that here in the valley. I don't know why, but. Yeah, Woodlake's a small little town surrounded by mountains and oranges. That's the best way I can describe Woodlake. It's a little town surrounded by mountains and oranges. And that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else out here. Except, what you call it? Yeah, pretty much that's it. There's just mountains and oranges. But that mountain view is just absolutely beautiful. When I say beautiful, I really mean beautiful. Like, it's... you know, I don't know, it kind of puts you in shock a little bit, you know, just because, like, I get to wake up and look at this every day. I don't know. I wish I could live in the mountains, but then I'd be too far away from work. but yeah, so I don't know. I think it's awfully good looking. Now we're going to be making a right-hand turn, and the thing that sucks is that I got to take this damn thing down residential streets in order to get to where I need to go. But it's okay. It's not too bad. But yeah, because there's some places where it looks like a residential street like this, and then it'll just be a random warehouse, and you got to like alley dock in the middle of the street into the warehouse, and it's like the driveway is the size of a residential driveway, and it just it gets crazy sometimes. But yeah, so let me just make sure I'm clear. But yeah, what I was saying is that we're literally about like 30 seconds from pulling up to our drop-off location. Once we get to it, and then I'm gonna open up the belt trailer, unload off into the bunker, and then my day should be done. I'll have pretty much I started at 3:30. I'm grinding a gear there, but I started off at 3:30, so by the time I get done, that'd be a 9-10 hour day. Good day for me, you know. Oh, I know we got a Corvette coming. You know, usually we're working like 12-hour days, but 12-hour days Monday through Friday, but I don't mind an 8 or 9 hour day some days. It lets me go home and rest for a little while. Okay, let's get it turned this way. And it should be right up here on our left. Alright, so I get to pull up into the second driveway here. And then I'm going to go in there and handle my paperwork. And once I handle my paperwork, oh gosh. Once I handle the paperwork, then we can get to getting unloaded. Alrighty, you guys. Well, sorry I wasn't able to record the unloading process. I'm already unloaded. It's, you know, of course, Sorry for the dirt bike in the background, but you know, you have to get business done first, and that's what I did. I just came and did a quick little business and got all that urea unloaded. But as you guys can see, I've got an empty trailer now. Now it's time to head home. All right, you guys, well, thank you very much for joining me on this little video. If you guys liked it, you know, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. If you didn't, just tell me. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and have a better one tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time.